Now Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Wilson will throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Great 15. Great 15.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. On 2nd down, it's Sanders, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down.
Hey, exit. 57. Where's 5-3? Where's 5-3? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, done.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second-guess when you don't get it on a fourth-down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. 36. Check 99. Check 99.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Flushed out right. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Sanders. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Scott. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
It's just me and you. Check four.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. Flush to his right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Switch. Check 9.
On 3rd down. It's Scott, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
Let's go!
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let the... Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. This is caught by Jackson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They start the drive with Lynch. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. On 2nd and 9. Wilson in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Going for it all and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Again, Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Well enough. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike, 53. 50. Go. Mike, keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Deuce.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's going to be caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 83 yards. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Good with a PAT, and it's now 17-14.
Seahawks 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Hey, 0-0-0.
In your face.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Coming for the sideline.
Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Throwing is Wilson. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Going to look deep for Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
The coverage that time was unbelievable the whole way around. I mean, you've got a quarterback just standing back there in the pocket. He had all night to survey the field, and he still couldn't find anybody. And when he finally did throw it, he threw it to the other team.
I'm trying to collect. Check 3.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. Another run with Sanders. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check safety.
Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And some room to roam now. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
On 1st down, Scott. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They go again with Scott. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. On 3rd down, it's Scott. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Malik Jackson, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. To try again after the sack. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go again with Sanders. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Check 24, check 24.
57, 57.
Check 25.
Sunday.
Joker.
Wentz now on 1st down. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll run to Marshawn Lynch, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second and 12, Wilson. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Barnett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Alert.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 22.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Let's go.
Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson, going to throw again, being chased out left. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson, forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 69 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. To throw is Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Another run here with Sanders. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Check. Fresno. Tyson. Hey, 74.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Double count right here. Double count. Check 43. Hey, switch gears.
The toss running left. It's Lynch. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken way up by the 25. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Sanders. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On 2nd and 7, Wentz. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wentz to throw. He's got it complete to Perkins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Joshua Perkins, 30 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.